Now imagine if there would be thousands of documents, then how much of time I would have saved. And that too we are doing without any shortcut, no plugin, no third party nonsense. This is Cowork, Anthropic's official desktop app for Mac. And most Mac users have absolutely no idea this exists. Now before you install anything, let me quickly explain what we are actually dealing with here. So most people know Claude as a chatbot. You go to claude.ai, type something and get answer and move on. But Cowork here is different. Cowork is a native desktop app that sits on your Macintosh and can actually interact with your system. You can think it of as an incredibly capable assistant who actually know where everything is on your Mac and can execute tasks for you. For that, open your browser, and in browser we need to type Claude, and you need to visit this page which says claude.com. Also, do not worry guys, I'm gonna provide this direct link in the description of this video. Now you need to click on this option which says get apps and extension. And by the way, if you have not signed up yet, I would request you to sign up. And to access Claude Cowork, we need either Pro, Enterprise, Max and Team plan, which is not free. So that's a negative, I would say. Now look for claude.com, and there you go. Now if you are new to Claude, you may require to sign up, else you can simply sign in. Sign up is also pretty easy, and in order to show that, I am going to copy this URL and let me open this in a private window. So here you can use Google, or you can use your email address to register yourself through email. If you have got Google ID, then it will make everything super fast. Now before we proceed further, let me also tell you one thing. Claude Cowork work with Max, Team, Enterprise as well as Pro plan. So one need to have either of these plan so that you can work with Claude Cowork. Now let me close this tab and let's go back here where we are already logged in. So once we sign in, now what we need to do is we need to click here on get apps and extension. Now here in Cowork, we need to click on download for macOS. So this will download a DMZ file. That's a standard Mac installer file. Now simply open it up, and all now here we need to do is we need to drag the Claude to application folder. Now you can close this and this installer setup as well. Now let's go here in apps and look for Claude. Now when you run it for the first time, it may be possible that the application will ask for some kind of access. Now all we need to do here is we need to click on open. Now here we need to accept the cookies. Now click on get started, and then again use the same account that you either have created in few steps before, or you can use your existing account. Now again we need to accept terms and condition. Now here you have option to quickly call Claude by pressing the following option button. You can also find Claude here on the top by clicking on it. So this is Cowork home screen on Mac. Now let me quickly walk through what you are looking at. So you have got clean task input area. You can think of it as a messaging app, but instead of chatting, you are giving your Mac instruction. Now if you click here, you will open the sidebar where you may able to see all your previous chats. Now the tool here which we just saw in starting is Cowork, which exists in Pro plan. So we at least required Pro plan to get started with Claude Cowork. So what I'm gonna do here is probably I will be changing my ID because I already do have. So let me upgrade it to Pro by using my another ID. And there you go. Now here, instead of just a single tab, you're gonna see these 3 tabs, which is chat, Cowork, and code. So let's click here on Cowork. Now from here, I'm gonna select the folder which I would like to automate. So click here on work in a folder. Now here, I'm gonna select my desktop. Let's click on open. Now here, you need to give Claude a permission. So I'm gonna say always allow. So this is totally up to you. If you click on always allow, then Claude next time won't ask for any permission before making any changes. So the biggest nightmare for me is managing my folders. So here, let me quickly show you a quick demonstration by managing desktop. So desktop have got following files and folder that are simply lying here and there. Now I will try to manage these by asking Claude Cowork to help me out in managing it. Now click here on work in a folder. That lets you automate or perform certain tasks. Now here, I'm gonna select my downloads folder where there are so many files lying just like that. So let's click here on open. And now here, you need to provide Claude access to make the changes. So you need to be very careful if there is something sensitive that you think that shouldn't be deleted. So I would recommend you to back up that file and then start working with Claude. Now I'm gonna click here on always allow so that I do not need to approve the multiple requests. Now watch this. I am going to ask Cowork to arrange or organize all my files in my download folder by type and date. Now let me also keep them both side by side so that we can see what is going on in real time. Now here, before it starts, it is asking us how you would like the files to be organized, by type and then date, by type only, by date only, and then you can also, if you have got your own preference, you can also let it know. Then we have got further more choices by clicking on these arrow, which is date downloaded. So let's do that with date downloaded. And there you go. You see what just happened? I gave my Mac a single instruction and Claude AI just automates something that would have taken me too much of time in thinking and making strategy that Claude did under 30 seconds. And yes, more the number of document you have, you will see more the amount of time you're going to save. So just by simple instruction here that I gave it to Cowork, which is organizing all file in my download folder, with some follow-up question from Claude, help me organize my macOS in a better way. So this is one example of what Cowork can do, and as I explained in starting, it can do a lot. It can batch rename hundreds of files with custom naming convention in just single instruction. It can also read a PDF, for example, if I click here and I want to read, and let's say if there is a document, alright, which I would like to query about what this document is all about, and please summarize the content inside. Okay, so it can actually go through your document and can read and can give us what this document is all about. So this is also, one such thing that now you can do because of Cowork. So that's Cowork on macOS, Anthropic official desktop AI app, and honestly one of the most underrated tool available for Mac users right now. With only con here I see is, in order to use Cowork, you need to have Pro, Teams, Enterprise or Max subscription, and all these subscriptions cost you some amount every month. And that's all guys from my side in this video. Hope that you find this video helpful, informational, and if you have got any question related to this whole process, please do let me know in comment down below. I will definitely try to help you with that. And there is a lot more coming, tools, workflow, tutorials that the mainstream channels are not covering yet. So make sure you subscribe to the Mac Essential, and I will catch you soon with one such another video. Till then, you take care and bye bye.